Going through that process brought our whole team on board. We have a fantastic group of people, and I'm not sure all of our employees from top to bottom realize how special we are. But that process certainly educated all of our staff and was wonderful for us, and that's personally what I enjoyed the most about the process.
You know, the top 10 process, it does two things, I think. One, obviously, is it's an extraordinary opportunity for companies from a promotional perspective. But secondly, I think, and more importantly, it's truly one of the best validations of what you can do as a business owner when you believe you've been doing things the right way. But you know, the top 10 and the judges that participate in the top 10 and your peers, it's an acknowledgement that you have been doing what you need to be doing to grow a business in what has been a very tough economy over the last few years.
We got a lot of exposure. A lot of companies that didn't know we existed now knew of us. A lot of companies that weren't aware of what we did exactly and how we might help their organizations were then aware and making contact with us to see how we can help. I think it's something that's still ongoing. Something like ours has a long process to onboard new clients, but what it did do is open those new doors to get us the conversations, to get us those meetings, to talk to people that we'd never talked to before. So I think that's been really, really helpful. I think it's one of those things that it's not the week after the announcement impacted our business, but I think we're going to feel it for years to come. We're still very proud to have that logo, that top 10 logo, associated with a lot of the marketing collateral that we put out.
We were in the top 10 2 years ago. We've added about 6 or 7 lawyers to practice in 2 offices since that date. I think it's helped us tremendously in terms of exposure. We do not do mass market advertising. Many of the people we were exposed to through that process never would have heard of McEnany, Van Cleef & Phillips if we had not gone through the process.
It's fun for us because as a bank, when we are in front of 1,000 people at a luncheon or 300 at a breakfast, everyone's a prospect for us. And so what it did is it brought us incredible visibility in the market that we hadn't been able to get before. At the time, we were a small, we're still small, but we were an $80 million bank with 25 employees. We've grown from that to $550 million and 95 employees today.
It's a fantastic experience. There's so much to learn. There's so many fabulous people to meet. There's so many businesses that go through process and problems that are similar to what we have, even though our businesses are divergent and different. You get to meet and talk to those people, and the people that are nominated are all success stories in their own right.
There's no better way to gain credibility with your team and in your community and your industry than being recognized by an organization like the Chamber for an award amongst your peers. Peers being not industry peers, but other small businesses that are judged on criteria that the recognition that you get by becoming a top 10 is really invaluable. It's a win for everybody.
I don't know that there's another program locally in Kansas City that could give more exposure and more publicity than the Chamber's top 10 event and all of the events leading up to the top 10 announcement. It's extremely well done. It's organized, it's focused. The people that make it to the top 10, you've usually heard of several of them, and it's a wonderful acknowledgement of the program.
I think it's important for companies right here, especially companies that are smaller, might not think they're, quote, big enough to be a part of it. I think it's important for them to become a part of that. It will really help them grow. And if nothing else comes from it, just the knowledge that's in that one room and the transfer of knowledge just by talking to different people in different ways, finding out different ways that businesses are run can really help you. It really helped us.